Second race on the programme at Happy Valley, the one and only Class 5 of the night. This one is over the 1650, 12 go to post, headed by Seize the Spirit, fourth when returning behind Golden 4 at Shartin, first up this season. On Excel Star now with Jimmy Ting takes the class drop, as does Sparkling Star and Prime Stars. 3 stars in the field, not exactly living up to their names just yet. This is Charisma, third up for the campaign, behind Iron King last time out. Anonymous should roll forward under Alex Live from barrier number 1. Super Kin, third up for the season and third toward Joyful last time out. Shine Lot, still a maiden after 29 starts here in Hong Kong, and many gains. Jumps from the 12 to the 1650 here, around on the opening day behind Lucky Marinol.
Anonymous, good to slow on the map with the speed. He leads over on Excel Star, really good spot for him. Prime Star, Shine a Lot, no luck out there. 3 wide, Seize the Spirit, back half of the field. Most of them on the rail are one off. The one that's not is Sparkling Star. He's drawn out in barrier number 11, and the map has him caught out there with a little luck.
All right. Let's start off then with Seize the Spirits, who's our current favourite. And he finishes fourth here, Paul, with Johnny and Super Kin. And he's the only one in this field that's actually won a race in Hong Kong. So it's essentially a maiden race with Seize the Spirit thrown in.
Yeah, and he's won 2. In fact, both of them offer a rating of 35 in this grade. He's higher rated up at 40. But the horse is going well enough at the moment. Look, I did go with him with those wins under his belt.
I got him in for second. He's placed 3 from 6 over the 1650 at Happy Valley. His wins have both been at Shartin. Superkin was disappointing this day, but they rode him 40 since raced back in the field and been better. So I found a spot for him as well.
OK, all right. So we move on to Sparkling Star next. Now, he's another class dropper here, Mark. He was midfield behind King's Capital first up this season.
He was right on the cusp, but he comes to Class 5 for the first time. This was over 1400, Paul. It's the first time he's raced anywhere further than 1400 this race. And the way he gets to the line, the extra 250 is not going to be a concern. And Chris So Stable has been firing up.
Yeah, first time here at Happy Valley, second time at Happy Valley under race conditions, and was placed, so he doesn't mind the valley as well. So like you, he was just on the cusp, didn't quite make it for me.
OK, one more to have a look at, and that's Super Kin and Anonymous. This is last time out for Anonymous. He's run a good race to start before. We imagine he'll hit the front, Paul, and try and win it from there. Yeah,
23 start maiden Anonymous. Look, he's run a couple of good races though, with a couple 3 placings. Didn't quite make it in for me, Anonymous. So yeah, look, Super Kin's the other one. He did slightly make it in because he did catch my eye, finishing off nicely.
Yeah, went back and made ground in that race as opposed to being ridden forward. Anonymous was on a 7-day backup there, so that might have been a reason why he knocked up a bit too.
Right, reasonably open this one, Paul, but it's Seize the Spirits, the favourite, and you think he's probably the one to beat as well?
Well, he's won twice, and that's a lot more than any of these other horses have done. So that's why I'm going to go with him. But it is an open race. Johnny in there for second. Zach Purdon's aboard him. He's now with Manfred Mann, this horse. He's had a few trainers, but look, his last start wasn't too bad, and he should get a really nice run from his draw. On Excel Star, he's changed stables, put on 29 pounds. Looks okay for that 29 pounds though. And from barrier 4, he shouldn't be too far away. And Superkin, one we talked about just earlier on, 1, 5, 2 and 9.
With the Barnhopper, number 2 on Excel Star, he's had one trial that was up at Chung Fa, and he beat Brave Power by 2 lengths and did it quite well. So it can be instant success for Jimmy Ting. Race 2, number 2, Seize the Spirit for the reasons Paul has outlined. Superkin, the replay, we saw him getting back and running on. Through this is Charisma in to round out the top 4. Now, he's got a far better barrier than what he's had over at Shartin. Barrier number 3 over the 1650. Thought if he was going to do something, this is the sort of race he might be able to do it in. So 2, 1, 9 and 6.
Yeah, 2, 1 and 9 is my top 3 as well. The difference for me is Anonymous, who I said hasn't won in Hong Kong yet. He was a multiple winner, though, before arriving in South Africa. That is race number 2, a Class 5 over the 1650.